Hello YouTube family, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharita and welcome. And in today's video, I am going to give you my current obsessions. These are fragrances that some old, some new, that I have really been gravitating to as of late. And I think you really need to get them on your radar if you're looking for a fabulous fall fragrance. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. So you guys, before we start the list for today, I do want to go ahead and do a live, well, not technically live, but an on-camera drawing of our giveaway winners. And there are certain comments that really stood out to me. And so what I did is I wrote down the user's name and I put them all in a bag. So just so y'all can see, hopefully you can see inside the bag. Okay, everyone's name is in there, and this is going to be completely random because I could not pick the winners. So if you have not seen my fall fragrances video, there were two giveaways. One was a massive mystery box, and the other giveaway was for a cash prize of $400. So let's go ahead and figure out who the lucky subscribers are. Speaking of subscribers, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. All right. Oh, can't look. All right. So the first winner is, oh my God, Lovely 31, one of my old, like day one dang near subscribers, is the winner of the mystery box. So Lovely 31, please reach out to me on Instagram DM. If you don't have Instagram DM, you can email me directly. My email is always in the description box of every video, you guys. So this is like really making my heart smile right now because this is a very special subscriber for me, all right? So let's see who won the, oh, can't look. Let's see who won the money, honey. All right. So the winner of $400 cold hard electronic cash is Annette Williams 0219. So again, reach out to me directly so we can go ahead and get you your fabulous gifts, ladies. Thank you all so much again for supporting my channel and for 40K. I would not be here without you guys. So let's go ahead and dive into these obsessions. So the first two that I want to talk about are actually two from Julianna's Perfumes. So if you are newer here or newer to fragrance, Julianna's Perfumes is an inspired by fragrance house for the most part. They do have some exclusive fragrances, also some original fragrances. But either way, whatever you're in the market for, they have some truly beautiful feminine and also unisex scents that are great quality, but they won't break the bank. And so the first one I want to talk about is one I've had for a while, and this is a London Fog. So a London Fog is an inspired by version of a fragrance called Rouge by BDK that I do not actually vibe with. Something about the notes in that particular fragrance, they wear weird on my skin. So I do think it's a body chemistry issue with that one because it smells great on my daughter. Okay. London Fog, however, has the same notes. It smells amazing on me. That is the difference, and that is why I'm completely obsessed with this one. So you guys, London Fog is a fragrance that is centered around a very spicy fig. So this has notes like cardamom, it's got black tea, it's fig, it's iris, so it is a little powdery, and you have lots of sandalwood, which gives it definitely a wonderful woody quality, and you have tonka bean. And there's also some vetiver. So I would describe this as something very warm, cozy, fig forward, but in a very easy to wear way because it's so creamy. The cardamom is done just right. And unlike Rouge the original, this one does not go rubbery on my skin. Cardamom is just a note that can give off a rubbery quality depending on the way that it is done. And it is done to perfection here and agrees with my body chemistry. So for that reason, London Fog is one I highly recommend you check out if you're looking for something beautiful, comforting, spicy, woody, and a little sweet. Again, London Fog by Julianna's Perfumes. The next one I want to touch on is one that I previously had a sample of and I talked about in another video, but this is called Guiding Light. And this is going to be an inspired by version of one of my all-time favorite perfumes, Guidance by the House of Amouage. So Guiding Light smells very similar. I actually sprayed my full bottle in a room just to see how does this wear in the air. Walked away, came back to that room, and was just met with this gorgeous smell of rose, creamy sandalwood, and all of the complexities that we love and enjoy in that original scent Guidance. Guiding Light is not as loud and strong and powerful, but the scent DNA is absolutely nailed in this fragrance. So the pear in this fragrance really does stand out. You have some additional notes of things like saffron, hazelnut, jasmine sandbag, vanilla. You do have the presence of the akigali wood, but I feel like it is not too potent and strong as it is in Guidance, which really does turn a lot of people off in Guidance. And Guiding Light, you pick up on it, it's there, but it's not overpowering. This is going to be a Guidance-like fragrance that wears very similar, but not as beast mode. Okay, so a lot of people really kind of love that scent, but it was just too much. It was too overwhelming. And I find that this one is going to give you that scent, that same scent profile DNA, but it's not going to be as loud and I will say it's sharp. This wears very smooth. It's so creamy. It's sweet. It's cozy. It is absolutely beautiful. So Guiding Light is one I highly recommend you get your nose on. And this is one that I will be wearing so much of because the weather here in Georgia is very hot and cold. Like today, the high for today is 80 and we have a low in the 40s. So this is going to be perfect because you just don't want to wear something suited for cooler weather in the morning, and then when you step outside later in the day, you're suffocating in a loud scent. So this is going to be perfect for this time of year when the weather is really unpredictable. So a huge thank you again to Julianna's Perfumes for sponsoring that portion of today's video. And we're going to go ahead and move into some of the other obsessions for this month. So next up is going to be one that I have been raving about quite a bit lately, and this is from the House of Creed, and this is DELPHINUS. DELPHINUS is so addictive, and it is very unique to my collection because all of the orris-centered fragrances or any purple floral note fragrances that I have in my collection wear in a fresher, some are spicy, but a very, I would say, dry and uplifted sort of way. And this one is different because it has a huge dose of amber and vanilla. And to me, it just makes it very addictive and it makes it very versatile. I find that this is going to be an amber vanilla fragrance that wears so wonderful any time of year. Even though it is ambery, there's a syrupy quality to this. It is not too overpowering and heavy. And I say that because it is paired with a very beautiful powdery orris. So this one opens with almond, incense, black pepper, and pink pepper. You have middle notes of orris, heliotrope, and orchid. You have base notes of bourbon, vanilla, tonka bean, amber wood, patchouli, and leather. There is a mention of leather, but it wears very soft, almost like just a hint of suede. So you don't have to worry about this smelling like a huge leather bomb. Again, that incense, it is mentioned in the top, but I find that it's just adding a really smooth quality to the fragrance, not necessarily a heavy smoky quality, which is why I was a little afraid to purchase this one, but fear not because this is blended to perfection. If you want something that is centered around the auras, so powdery, you want something a little sweet, you want something a little sexy, and you want something that has some warmth and lots of vanilla, then DELPHINUS by Creed is absolutely one you need to check out because I am literally obsessed with this fragrance. Next up is a fragrance that has been in my collection for some time. However, because I had this in heavy rotation for the month of October, I completely fell all the way back in love with this fragrance, okay? And this is now an obsession all over again. as it was a couple years ago for me. This is Leontidite Rouge. I am not a huge designer fragrance girl. You all know this if you've spent any length of time here with me on this channel. But baby, when the designers get it right for me, they really get it right. This is sweet. This is spicy. This is tuberose perfection. And this is a white floral fragrance that is going to stun in fall and winter. I cannot tell you how many compliments that I have gotten from wearing Leontidite Rouge. So if this is one that you haven't got your nose on, you want something that is really going to turn heads in the fall and winter, and you like it sweet, you like it a little spicy, please give this one a smell. It will absolutely blow you away because this is just a designer fragrance that really did shock me. And as I've been wearing it for the past couple weeks again, really an obsession, like I said, all over again. This one again is Leontidite Rouge, and this is from the house of Givenchy. Next up is going to be a fragrance that is a little new to my collection. Afraid to try it is what I was when I first saw the notes. But Tamine, it's just a house that really does work out for me 9 times out of 10. I have not smelled a fragrance yet from this house that I find to be off-putting or bad. Not everything is for me, but they really do make some beautiful fragrances, you guys. So this is called Center Stage. This was so kindly gifted to me by Twisted Lily. They reached out, they asked me if I wanted to, give this one a try. And I, again, was a little hesitant because I saw lavender at the top, okay? White floral. Like, these are things that are often just really hard to pull off in a beautiful way, especially in the designer market. I was definitely burned by another lavender fragrance that was released this year. And I just did not have high hopes or expectations for Center Stage. When I tell you this was love at first sniff for me, it was absolutely a love. So this is literally going to be orange blossom lavender done right and in a very feminine way. Even though I would consider this to be unisex, it is very sweet. You have this animalic quality that comes through in the fragrance, but done in a very wearable and addictive way. So if you love fragrances with an animalic quality like your absolute aphrodisiac, I would say you might enjoy something like this, but you do have to be a lover of white florals. This smells like refined white floral sweet heaven. And I know I'm saying white floral, I'm saying sweet, but it's not going to remind you of a designer fragrance, which we know the designer market is really littered with that scent profile. This is nothing like that. This is very sophisticated, elegant, sexy, very sweet. I almost thought that there was a honey note in here just from smelling it because of the way that the sweetness comes across, but I don't see honey listed. But because they're listing animalic in the base, I would not be surprised if some of that is coming from an animalic honey. So you have top notes of petitgrain, cardamom, lavender, heart notes of orange flower, orris, and jasmine. And then the base, you have styrex, animalic accord, and ambery woods. So the ambery accords are really sweet and syrupy, like I said, but it is balanced with a powdery quality from the orris. I find that the jasmine, the orange flower, they really do stand out. It is definitely a white floral. Like I said, you have to love that. But boy, when I tell you they got this lavender right, the white floral components of it, they aren't too sharp. The petitgrain is not too sharp. It's not too sharp. You would have had to tell me that it was in here. Orange blossom, sweet honey like amber. If you love that, and if you want a lavender done right, I highly recommend you check this one out, because when I tell you, I will be wearing this so much throughout fall and winter, I cannot tell you. This is one that will probably work all year, but again, you do have to like it sweet, but this is without a doubt a gorgeous release. Bravo, Tamine. Again, this one is Center Stage from the house of Tamine. Last on this list, but certainly not least, is a Gourmand. This is Mirage Gourmand, and this is from the house of Les Nobles Essence. And oof, I mean, this was just also another love at first sniff, but I didn't want to get burned, and so I sampled this first. As soon as it hit my skin, I knew I needed a full bottle. This is nutty. This is super sweet. It is, I would say, on the thicker sweet side. So you really have to like those substantially wearing sweet fragrances. But this is a nutty gourmand done right. Okay. For those of you who had hopes for Italica, but it didn't quite work out for you. Okay. This is one you need to check out. So this features top notes of pistachio, almond, cake, and powdery notes, middle notes of almond, hazelnut, tonka bean, base notes of vanilla, guaiac wood, and musk. This is gourmand, sweet, edible, addictive perfection. You have these powdery notes, and just literally it smells like a vanilla buttercream cake. And it is topped with like an almond syrup. If you could just picture what I'm telling you, and you have like this sprinkling of pistachios layered on top. It is so delicious. If you are a gourmand girl or a guy and you want something that has great lasting power, that is captivating, and that is a true gourmand in every sense of the word. And this is without a doubt a gourmand that I will be obsessing over all fall and winter. Again, this is Mirage Gourmand by Noble Essence. So you guys, that is my video for today. Please drop me a comment below and let me know some of the fragrances that you have been obsessing over as of late. As always, be sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure the notification bell is turned on, set to all. And last but not least, if you found any value in the content, please give me a big thumbs up. It helps my channel to grow. It has been real. Again, congratulations to the winners of our giveaways. And I will catch you guys on the next one.